Time escapes me. The royal court is fraught with distractions. I find myself swept away in the tide. Zelda keeps track of her days and nights well. She even visited the honor grounds to appease the spirits. These stones are indifferent to the sun and stars. They aren't bound by the light and darkness like us. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to make time for personal notes, but I cannot abandon it altogether. For centuries, the thoughts of our queens have been lost to future generations. I refuse to follow this trend. Regarding other matters, I noticed our treasury running low. I could have drawn severe taxes from the people. I am their queen, after all, but I realized that we had yet to launch a royal expedition to Salvadorada. Marigold was working on expanding our magical source of income, but it would take some time. Lest we be idle, I sent the scholar and champion to recover ancient artifacts strewn across the jungle. I warned them to be careful. Sunlight was dangerously sinister near the ruined temples. I imagine the trip is bringing them closer together. I suppose that's good for the coven. My heart becomes anxious when Sol is far from me. This is the first time I'm letting her off on her own. It is an important test of her character and authority as champion, leader of the armed forces. The vines upon the ancient path had grown, she wrote back, thick and tangled with thorns. Oriana said she braved the dangers of the jungle without a moment's hesitation, as a true warrior should. The scholar promised to add these to the histories later on, along with other observations of the place. They are on a limited schedule. With my pregnancy, I could only afford to send them away for a short time. Sol's grandmother had died in these wilds, so she was cautious. Oriana's grandmother had done the killing. How interesting the way fate brings people together. But these ladies are pure of heart. I was unconcerned of their safety in each other's hands, and their diligence was reported back to me. Things weren't always easy. At one point, a storm of bees descended upon Oriana as Sol rushed to clear the vines. She even got singed by a fire-breathing creature defending its egg. Such eventful tales. It was raining when the temple finally came into their grasp. Oriana hurried in excitement. A wall of fire greeted them on the inside, its flames reaching up like great demonic claws. Archaeology was an area of study the scholar hadn't dedicated much time to, but that was about to change. Her lack of preparation cost her. She triggered a temple defense, angering the guardians within. Thankfully, a mouthful of bone dust was the only punishment she received before moving on. Her second attempt at deciphering the ancient glyphs went much better, affirmed with blue light. Truly, I am glad that she's making use of these skills. Together, she and Sol went deeper into the temple. By now they must be reveling in the riches of that ruin. And that is all I know. I have not received another letter since the last.